Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. So today is 13th of November 2020, of course. It's 7:33ish, so I have to be at the lab before 8:30 latest. So I'm just gonna grab breakfast real quick and fly out of this place. Today, I don't think I have so much to do today, to be very honest. So I'm going to be in the lab all through the day, and I'm going to be doing microdissections. And I don't know if you guys know what microdissection is. It's one of my least favorite things to do, to be very honest. It drives me crazy, and it takes a lot of time. So I'm going to probably end up spending like 6 to 7 hours today just microdissecting. I think I would explain a bit what microdissecting is when I get to the lab, because yeah, I do a lot of microdissection, so I guess the earlier I explain it, the better, because I'm guessing that I'm going to have a lot of clips for me doing microdissections in future vlogs. So I'm just going to eat quickly now and fly out of this place because I really need to get to the lab before 8. This is such a weird tangerine. Look at how small it is. This is the normal size that I get, and then I don't know what happened to this little man here. But yeah, I have to pick up my life essentials. Tangerine in the bag. We got my lunch in the bag. Hi guys, so I just got to the lab and yeah, take you. Basically, I think I got here later than expected. I was supposed to get here 8:30, but it's 8:42. So I'm just going to write my to-do list for today, and yeah, we'll start afterwards. So this is how my to-do list for today looks like. It's currently around 8:40 something, so I'm going to start with setting up the microdissection. And then from 9 to 11:50, I hope to finish with the first 10 slides of the microdissection, because I'm doing 20 slides. And then I have to do the pray-through during this, because the story is around 11:50. So after praying, I'll go back to the microdissection if I'm not so hungry, but I think I would be hungry, so I'll probably grab the lunch before going back. And I hope to finish the microdissection at 2 p.m. and then I can do the journal club from 2 to 3, and then lab meeting from 3 to 4:30. I would have loved to explain what microdissection is right now, because I am sort of in a hurry. So I would start the microdissection, and hopefully when I finish towards the later end of the day, I would explain what the microdissection is and why I'm doing it, and possibly why it's my least favorite thing to do. So in between my to-do list, I have to clean up as well, because we're cleaning the entire lab, because if you've not noticed, the lab is quite messy at the moment. So I'm supposed to clean my space, so I hope to clean my bench as well as my working area. So I might fit that in during the journal club or the lab meeting later on during the day. So I'm just gonna, so the microdissection is under a microscope, of course. So the microscope is in another room. So yeah, so go to the office now, and I'll set my desk up for microdissection, and I'll get back to you. dissecting, I want to try to be as comfortable as best as I can. Like the chair, the headphones, I usually listen to maybe a podcast, or sometimes I listen to the Quran, depending on how I'm feeling, or I listen to nasheeds as well sometimes. So yeah, so now I'm just going to get to the micro dissecting now. So the chair that I have here is quite uncomfortable because it's really short and I'm a bit tall, so I need something to elevate me a bit. So I think I'll get my chair from the lab. Much better. So this chair elevated me a bit such that my eyes can fit directly into the what they call this, fit into the microscope. So yeah, now I'll go back to micro dissecting. Who's excited? I'm not. Also, just to mention that with micro dissecting, you don't really need to use the lab coat. Hi guys, so it's been about an hour since I've been micro dissected. It's about 9:59 at the moment, and I think it started almost around 9. I've had 5 of the slides done. And then the first batch I said it was going to be 10 slides, so I've had 5 slides done, remains 5 slides. So I'm going to go back to doing the next 5 slides. Hopefully that should take an hour as well, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Can't believe I finished all of the slides from the first batch of micro dissection. It's 10:42, it's almost 11 as I expected, because I anticipated that I was going to spend an hour micro dissecting the next 5. Actually, I have a story to tell you about micro dissection, and I'll mention that during the later part, my experience with micro dissection. I thought it would be nice to share a lesson that I sort of reflected on when I was micro dissecting now. I think I'm mentioning micro dissecting a lot. I can't count the amount of times I've mentioned micro dissect in this vlog. But yeah, I think now I would go back to the next 10 batches, the next 10 slides, and hopefully maybe I can finish that before good, although I doubt if that will be possible, because then I'll be so ambitious to want to finish 10 slides in an hour, but probably maybe 5 slides ish. So maybe I'll be done with 5 slides by the time it's time for Zoom, and then after playing through, I could come back and finish the other 5 slides. Let's see how it goes. No more talking, no more rambling, and then I'll go back. Catch you later. Why am I doing that? I have no idea. I cannot believe this. Oh my goodness. I finished all of the micro dissections. At the moment it's 11:59, it's almost 12 on the dot, and I finished all of the 10 slides. I mean, I feel like I just beat my record. I need like this bang noise, like, because this is the fastest I've ever done a micro dissection in a while, because usually like micro dissections take me forever. Like I spent almost the entire day usually. So wow, I am I'm so shocked at the moment I managed to finish all of the slides. Although maybe I think what could have made me to finish on time is because the areas that I wanted to micro dissect in all of the slides were actually quite small. It was fast track compared to times where I had to micro dissect larger areas. So that could be a reason why I finished on time. But still, like, this is the fastest I've ever done in a long time. So this is really interesting. So now I think what I'll do now is that I have a lot of mess. I'm making a lot of mess here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of mess on the table. So first I have to pray through, and then when I pray through finish, I would eat lunch because I'm starving. After lunch, then I'll come back here, clear some stuff up, clear all of this mess that I made up, and then yeah, that will be it for now. Hi everyone, it's been a while since I picked up my carrots. 2:05 now. So in the past hour, I've finished with responding to my messages, I ate, and then I prayed asking, and I'm going to start the journal club. But the journal club is basically like a meeting that we just started in our lab where one person will pick a paper, analyze it, and give all of the strengths and the weaknesses, and then we all can discuss about it together. So that's what the journal club is basically, if you don't know what it is. So now I am about to listen to that, to tune into that on Teams. Of course it's virtual, so it should take an hour or so. So yeah, I'll come back once I'm done with it. See ya. Hey guys, the journal club ended around 3:05ish, and it was actually quite informative. I learned a lot, even though some parts I didn't understand what's happening. But I think that it's really interesting to sort of listen to someone talk about the paper, give an objective overview, and that could also help me as well because, as I said, like this kind of like critical evaluation of a paper I don't have. I struggle with that a bit in the sense that when I read a paper, I just read it and like understand the data and try to see where the author is coming from. But then in terms of like being critical about it and asking questions about how the data is being presented or how the graphs were designed or all of that kind of stuff, I'm not really good at that. So it's really nice. It helps me when I listen to people critically evaluate a paper because then I can also learn from it. So now that I'm done with journal club, I made a huge mess in my supervisor's office when micro-dissecting. So right now I'm just going to pack up all of the slides, clear the table, and then yeah, I'll catch you later. So now I'm just preparing for what I'm going to do next. So every single time that I micro-dissect, I have the samples in different tubes. So there are some things that I have to do to those samples that I micro-dissected. I have the tubes on my bench, so for the next 10 to 20 minutes, I'm going to try to prepare the tissues in the best way before I then extract DNA from them. So it's going to be a 2-day experiment, which I'll finish tomorrow. So today I have to prepare the samples, incubate them overnight, and then tomorrow morning, which is Saturday, not the best time to be in the lab, spending my weekend in the lab, but who's complaining? I'm not. So maybe what I would do is finish with the post-micro-dissection stuff, incubate, and then arrange the lab because it's a mess right now, arrange my bench area and stuff, and then I will talk about the micro-dissection thing that I wanted to share with you, the reflections and all that I talked about earlier. So the protocol says that an incubator at 56 degrees for 16 hours. So now that I'm done with the experimental stuff, I have to clean my space. This is the part where I've been procrastinating all day and I drew. Such a big mess. Not sure who did this mess, but yeah, so I have to sort of tidy this area up a bit because that's my area. Look at this frog. Someone gifted me with it. It's quite cute, right? But anyways, let's ignore Mr. Frog before he bit. So I have to clean this place and also try to tidy up this area. It's quite clean now. I think I've sort of done the best that I can do as regards cleaning and tidying up. So it's 4:33 now, so I'm going to finish spraying and go back, and then I had a bit of a chat with my other friends. I took other PhD students in the lab that were in the lab like half an hour ago, so I was just catching up with them, and we finished like I think 5 minutes ago. It's really nice. Like I think because when you're doing a PhD you tend to focus on your project, and there's sometimes that you just forget to look around, and sometimes it's really nice when you catch up with fellow PhD students, because then you can like discuss all of your worries and your struggles and all of that, and it just makes you feel like you're not alone compared to if you were like a lone worker always doing your experiment and not really talking to people. So I think the past 30 minutes was actually quite therapeutic for me, because it was really nice to talk about our progress and just make jokes and all of that. So now what I plan to do now is to explain the microdissection. Finally, drum roll. So I've been thinking of ways that I could explain what microdissection is to you guys, and I actually googled, because as I said, I didn't want to use some of the pictures that I have because I'm not sure if I can share that with you because of HTA rules, which I explained in my first vlog. So if you don't know what HTA means, you can go to my first vlog. So this is what microdissection looks like. You have a slide where you have the tissue. In my own case, I have like esophageal tissue on it because I study esophageal cancer. I've not really had time to talk about what my research is about, but essentially you have esophageal tissues on the slide, and what I do is that I mark areas of this esophageal tissue that has the cancer, and I try to microdissect and scoop out the samples. So when I say I'm microdissecting, that's exactly what I mean. So for each slide, I told you I had about 20 slides, right? So for each slide like this, I would look for areas where I have early cancer or cancer, and then scoop that out and then dump it into tubes like this. So, and then I'll look. So I can't do this with my eyes because I can't see it with my eyes, so I have to do it under a microscope, and then I have a needle as well that I use to scoop this samples. So I do that for each slide. For example, there can be like 5 or 6 areas that I want to scoop. So when I scoop all of this into different tubes, I then extract DNA from these tubes. I know these were the tubes that you saw earlier. I was trying to prepare my samples for tomorrow's experiment. So yeah, that's what microdissection means. I hope that it makes sense to an extent. So now that I have finished explaining microdissections, I forgot to mention earlier that the lab meeting was cancelled, so that's why I ended up not having the lab meeting, even though I mentioned that I was supposed to have it around 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So I think now I'm going to wrap up the vlog, and just before I wrap the vlog up, I just thought about something. So I'm thinking of ending the vlogs with a bit of reflection. So for each vlog or for each day that I vlog, I would think about a lesson that I learned that day, and I would share that with you guys. Maybe it could be like a 1-minute reflection, sort of just to share what I thought of, what the day taught me, and what I thought about it. Please let me know in the comment section if you think this is something that you find interesting. Depending on what you guys say, I might keep up with it, I might throw the idea in the bin, depending on what people think. But so for today, I think the reflection would be about microdissections, because I told you that I was going to mention something about that in the end. When I was first trained, this was like 2 months ago, I believe. It was a bit overwhelming for me because microdissection is something that requires fine skills, in the sense that you're looking through the microscope, you're looking down your neck. Sometimes I have pain in my shoulders and all of that, but that's not the point of the reflection. So it was really hard for me. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. I would spend an entire day micro-dissecting 2 slides, but then just compare it to like a month and a half or 2 months after, like today for example, I was able to micro-dissect 20 slides in less than 4 hours. And I'm not saying this just to brag to you, because to be honest, microdissection is not a skill that you can show off to people that, oh, I can microdissect. I know that it's not everyone that is doing microdissection, but I feel like there's a part that you can implement, in the sense that there's a specific skill that you're trying to learn at the moment and you're struggling with it and you're having really tough times with it and you're spending tons of hours in it. Don't lose hope. Just keep doing it. Keep practicing. I know that it's easier said than done, and I know that most people know these things, but sometimes it's nice to give the reminder. So I guess the take-home message of the summary of the reflection today is that if there's any specific skill that you're trying hard to learn, or if there's anything at all that you're trying to learn, don't lose hope. Keep doing it, and one day hopefully you will be competent just the way you ambition for yourself. So with that, I'm going to end the vlog. Thank you so much if you stuck around to the end. I'm super grateful. I've recently been getting feedback from my first intro video, and some of the feedbacks got me really emotional because my vision for this channel is bigger than myself, and there's just a lot of plans that I have, and there's a lot of things that go into it, and just hearing your feedback, feel more encouraged to believe in this dream and what I want to accomplish with it. So thank you so much for all of the positive comments that you've sent my way. I'm really grateful, and I'm asking you to please support my channel. The best way that you can support me is to to also share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. There were some things that I discussed during the vlog that I asked if you had an opinion about, so please put down your opinion in the comment below and I'll be sure to respond. And also share, please. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.